The Hub Critic. Top 5 current NBA teams that have never won an NBA championship. Over the years, many NBA teams have won the NBA championship, 18 to be precise, with Boston, LA Lakers and Chicago being the leaders to little surprise. But what of the droughters, the 12 teams that haven't won that prestigious Larry O'Brien trophy on the biggest NBA stage of them all? Which ones, according to the current NBA league today, are the top of the list, which ones are touted to strike gold in the future? Hello, I'm the Hub Critic, and it's time to count down the top 5 teams that haven't won the NBA championship. Number 5. Utah Jazz. You know, I originally was going to put Memphis Grizzlies, a new enough expansion team, to the NBA on behalf of their talented roster in this position, as they made the conference finals in 2014, but alas, the team today stands at having one of the worst and most disastrous postseasons in a while, with many of its key players standing injured, and its breaking record of the most reserves brought in because of the replacements needed. So instead, I looked up at the current day, a team that spoke out as having so much incredible talent and potential, and I think is, in my opinion, a better team. That was Utah Jazz. Yes, even coming from a Nuggets fan myself, the Utah Jazz have undoubtedly killed it when it came to their 4-year rebuilding plan, which has looked to have worked. The team have to be slowly reaping the benefits with names like Gordon Hayward leading a forward and a great 3-point presence, and also Rudy Gobert, an impressive centre that can be like a rebounding machine, and even a newcomer from Indiana, George Hill, to add a little fuel to the fire that is slowly burning its way into the playoffs. Although quite a lackluster season of last in terms of not making the playoffs, missing out by a game, the team has a presence and is sure to put its name on the NBA map in years to come. Number 4. Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets in the current day have revamped their team image after a name change from the Bobcats to the Hornets in the 2014-2015 season. This has meant the long storied career and historic lineage has been returned to the club, and there is a renewed sense of pride as well. Despite this, it sounds as the team has never won it big, and it hopes to stop this. In the 2015-16 season, the team finished with a 6th seed in the Eastern Conference and 4-3 loss to Miami Heat in the first round to grace their exit. The team has invariably earned their experience in the playoffs and may continue up to the next year in the playoffs. The team consists of such key players as Kemba Walker, who's a talented scorer, Marco Bellinelli, who can be a good way two-man and play guard and forward, and big man Cody Zeller, who is sure to be a rebound and block as all hell. I think that definitely Kemba Walker is a standout player, leaving stats like point production and rebounds, and being an all-round and efficient player on the field. In order for the team to propel their position from where they are at the moment, they must focus on resolving the backup guard position with suitable replacements for Jeremy Lin, like Jeremy Lamb and Courtney Lee, and promoting players like Nicholas Batum and the rising Zeller. Number 3. Indiana Pacers. The Pacers are a team that have been incredibly talented in the past, with an incredible 9 division titles and 1 conference title back in 2000. Though the team may have been good in the past 2 decades alone, the team has a great impact on the league, and previously won their last division title in 2014. Today, with the rise of Paul George, who has made his return from injury during the 2014-2015 season, and competing the following season to bring the team to a 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, and a 4-3 loss to 2 seed Toronto to exit. The team, though, in my approximation, is an all-round comeback mode, with Paul George back for his 2nd straight season, healthy in forward position, Monte Ellis playing at guard, along with the talented upcomer Miles Turner and players coming traded to the team, Thad Young, who's made a name for himself on the Sixers in past years and has hoped to revive his career for the years on. Overall, the club needs to push what already was quite a veteran team into a new age. I can already tell with recent trade with Washington and other teams that the team is trying to bring more youth in, and this could push the team to possibly rid Ty Lawson of free agency or other names to inject some much needed youth on the team. Number 2. LA Clippers. Here we are at the odd one out of the LA Twins, who seem to have pretty dour few decades compared to the mighty of the Lakers, but have seemed to have an uplift in recent years and switch roles with the Lakers in terms of power. Oh, and let's see out as the elephant in the room, and as controversially, I've not put them at number 1 on this list, but again, I have reasons. The team today have a group of players that are recognisable the league over, with such names as forward Blake Griffin, centre DeAndre Jordan, guard JJ Redick, and guard Chris Paul. This talented lineup seems to show its worth, being a main lineup of stars who had won 3 divisional titles in the last 5 years. The team is no stranger to getting mountainous victories against giants like the Spurs and OKC, and can be put up with, even with the top 3 in the West. But it does have a chink in its chainmail. The Clippers, to put it simply, are controversial and melodramatic as it gets, getting into trouble wherever it finds them, with the owner being a racist, the players getting too big for their boots, fighting and acting bad in the press, and of course the incredible flopping problem, made famous by Chris Paul, in which the players would pretend to be offensively attacked in order to try to be awarded an offensive foul. It's a technique that may work, but has continued to be used in the club, has put them in a bad light, and has made the players' demeanour sour, lowering chemistry. All in all, the team is pretty negative in the public eye and doesn't have the character of a winning team of an NBA championship, in my approximation, which can ultimately hinder their development. But I would say definitely an upper conference caliber team, and with the right leadership could possibly give the team a go kick up the rear to an NBA championship. Number 1. Toronto Raptors. Maybe in years past I would have laughed at the idea of the Toronto Raptors, that small-time Canadian team, to see them making to the upper half of the Eastern Conference playoffs and having competitive series with Miami and Indiana before finally battling and having a respectable loss in the conference finals against the current champions, the Cavaliers. P.S. I probably would have put them number 1 on the list, for, if not for the fateful series in the finals with the Cavaliers winning their first NBA championship. Yes, that was indeed the 2015-16 season for the Raptors, who showed what the North really could do. With a division title and the second seed in the conference, this team showed what really was up and propelled forward a wave of rising stars of the East that upstood the usually dominant West. It is a sign of the times, as the East are vastly improved from years past, and as this particular team definitely stood out from the pack. With a team of guards duo, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, a great stars-on team, and a show of how small ball can really be translated to another team not called Golden State Warriors. This team truly does represent a future of the NBA and the direction we are heading, so embrace it. Other team players like centre Jonas Valanciunas and forward Damari Carroll are also standout, as well as the incredible Bismack Biyombo, who really has come to being in the playoffs and dominated when it comes to defence in the paint and committing absolute monster blocks. This team is unique and dynamic and forms like a well-oiled machine that is chasing the end goal and no way shies from stepping up to the plate to do so. The absolute talent is present all around here, and I'm expecting the team above all else to become just as great as next season, and if not better, due no small part to an excellent all-around team approach. Don't feel too surprised if we see this team attain some more set pieces and trades as we go through the following seasons, and a more competitive and close rivalry with Cleveland. But of course, they have something that Cleveland doesn't: the hunger for their first ever NBA championship. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video from me, the Hub Critic. I actually had a lot of work put into that, probably about 3 days or so, like a day of scripting and 2 days solid of editing, and that was a good few hours in that. So thank you guys for watching. I will be doing an all-time top 5 list pretty soon, but this is, remember, is a current list, so I'm not like going back exclusively to the entire history of the company or the team, just the team currently. So don't go complaining that I don't have, you know, the Seattle Supersonics on the list. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you in the next episode, whenever it may be. So if you enjoyed, please click that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.